Are we up?
Right.
All right. Let's come to order. Tonight's board meeting, Monday, May 4th, 2020, is located at the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District. Offices at 2105 Northeast Jefferson Avenue, Peoria, Illinois, 61603. Roll call, if you would.
Okay. Trustee Bell,
Here.
Trustee Lee,
Here.
Trustee Wortham,
Here.
Trustee McBride,
Here.
Trustee Krupa.
Here.
All right, we have all in attendance, sir.
Okay, Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Doug.
All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United
The
States
United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation,
under God, indivisible,
with
with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Just as a reminder, when you speak, identify yourself for the record. Okay, next order of business is annual election of officers. Joan, do you have a report?
I do, Mr. Chairman. I'd
Thank
like to
you.
present the following slate. Art Bell, Chair. Jennifer Lee, Vice Chair. Maxine Wortham, Treasurer. Sharon McBride, Secretary.
And so,
I move that the slate be accepted.
is there a second?
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, the ayes have it. And thank you, everybody. Get through this year of coronavirus, it'd be wonderful. Okay, the committee appointments. If there's any objections, let me know later if you would. The following chair assignments are program development will be Joan Kruppa. ADA, Jennifer Lee. PUATS, policy, Shem McBride. Conflict resolution, I will continue to do that, Art Bell. Bylaws, Maxine Wortham. Stuff a Bus will be Sharon McBride. Sponsorships, myself. And others may be added if needed. So if you got any questions, give me a call at home or whatever, okay? Thank you. All right, moving on, receipt and reading of the minutes.
Jennifer Lee moves approval.
Thank you, Jennifer. We got a motion. Is there a second?
Second, Maxine Wortham.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Receipt and reading of communications, Doug.
We have none this evening, sir.
Thank you. Report of officers. Do we have any reports? Okay. Moving on, report of standing committees. How about report of general manager?
Okay. Thank you, sir. We did send out a ridership report. I guess I'll go over that first. There was a number that was a little off on the route Monroe. And so that kind of, I was looking at the numbers this afternoon. I'm like, wow, we didn't do too bad on ridership. And that number went from 69,000 to 6,000. So as you can imagine, that our ridership dropped a little bit. So we were actually down about 47%. So on the route, on the fixed routes, overall about 54% for the month compared to last year. So overall, though, it really wasn't too bad compared to what other transit systems are seeing. So We've only had a 10% reduction in service. So I don't know how long we can maintain that type of route system. So we're going to be taking some hard looks. Actually, we're going to look at the comprehensive operational analysis that we did. And we had planned on doing a cost neutral service this fall, adding routes, but it wasn't going to cost any more to the service. Actually, now we're going to be looking at 10% and 20% reductions in service to see what those will look like. Because right now, IDOT's projecting 45% cut in revenue coming into our downstate operating assistance. They're still planning on giving us 65%, but with only 45% of the revenue coming in. And that's just a projection. It could go higher. It could go, that would be the lowest they think it would go, but it could go higher. So we're going to do some early on forecasting. So when we do find out exactly what we're going to get for next year, we'll know what direction we can go. So we're not scrambling at the last minute. Basically, what we're going to try and do, the other added cost we're going to have with our service is keeping the buses disinfected. And we're going to do that on a more regular basis, deep cleaning and deep disinfecting to make sure they're safe for our clients. So more to come on that, probably next month's meeting. Other than that, not a whole lot.
Okay. Are there any questions? Okay, moving on. Doug, you go do city lift.
I will. I'll do a little bit better job for them this time than I did last time. So, their on-time performance for city lift was 97%. Productivity 1.27. They had 3,412 rides, no denials, no preventables and no non-preventable accidents, so that was good. They had 13 furloughed operators due to the reduction in service. So that was it on the city lift. If you have any questions on that.
Okay, want to do county lift?
On the county
Link.
yeah.
Sorry.
County Link side, there was 98.80% on-time performance. Their productivity was 1.68, had 334 rides, no denials, no accidents, no injuries. They had 5 furloughed operators and 2 on leave, it looks like. So.
This is Jennifer. Doug, I have a question. What's the difference between laying off and furloughing employees?
The furloughed is probably part of their time off benefit. Trying to think what it's called now. Unemployment. Yeah. The furloughed, I think they can get unemployment, the way I understand it. The leave, okay. The laid off or the leave would be under some other type of benefit that they would provide them.
Okay, thank you.
Jennifer,
Yep.
Jennifer, this is Bill Wambacher. Sometimes furloughed employees are employees that are still receiving their medical insurance benefits, if they have medical insurance benefits while they're, let's just say, laid off or unemployed, and rather than being technically laid off where they don't know if they're going to get their job back, furloughed are subject to call and usually receiving their benefits.
Okay. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you, Bill. Public comments?
There are no public comments, Mr. Bell.
Okay. Any old business? Okay. Under new business, I'm going to read the proclamation. Excuse me. Okay. I'm going to read the proclamation from Mayor Artis on our 50th celebration. Whereas on May 4, 1970, residents of the city of Peoria, village of Peoria Heights, and West Peoria Township voted to form the Greater Peoria Mass Transit District, CityLink, close paren. And whereas for the past 50 years, CityLink has served the Greater Peoria area with convenient, safe, and affordable bus service. And whereas with a current fixed route fleet of 53 buses, CityLink has been the continual source of economic growth for the Peoria region. And whereas CityLink provides a vital service to an annual ridership of over 2.5 million. And whereas Greater Peoria Mass Transit District also provides paratransit services with CityLift and rural transportation services with CountyLink. Now, therefore, I, Jim Artis, Mayor of the City of Peoria, Illinois, do hereby proclaim April 28th, 2020 as CityLink 50th Anniversary Celebration Day in Peoria, Illinois. And the document stated this 28th day of April 2020 AD. And we certainly appreciate that. The mayor and the city councils and the mayors of West Peoria and Peoria Heights for their support. And yeah, I was looking at today, I was looking at a picture of the first board in Emily's office. Well, it brings back some old memories. And if you really want to go back and think about it, our public transportation prior to that 1970 board being instituted and voted on by the public, it was pretty messed up at times, our public transportation, as well as our paratransit. It's pretty difficult, but as a result of the three municipalities, West Peoria and Peoria Heights and Peoria coming together, it has certainly improved. And I have to say a lot about our management teams we've had for over 50 years. As a matter of fact, First Transit's been our management team for 50 years. They've done a fantastic job. I think everybody's pleased with it. And that's my only comment. Does anybody else have any comments? Okay. Moving on. Resolution 20-44. Doug?
Yes, sir. This is a recommendation to exercise a contract option for Airmark for the maintenance department, uniforms, towels, mats, and laundry service. Rentals for an amount not to exceed $23,499.84. That number has been pretty static the last few years. So we thought that was a good number to stay with for this next year, especially with the difficulty in getting bids out from vendors with the COVID going on. So we'd ask that the board approve this resolution.
Okay, this will be a roll call vote.
Yes.
I move approval.
Is there a second? We have approval and a second.
Do we need roll call?
I didn't hear the
I'm
second.
sorry, they
Yes,
missed the
ma'am.
second.
Jennifer seconded it.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Thanks, Bill. It's a roll call vote, Sharon.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Bell,
Approved.
Trustee Wortham,
Approve.
Trustee Lee,
Approve.
Trustee Krupa. Approve. Trustee McBride, approval, the resolution is affirmed.
Thank you, Sharon. So the resolution passes. Okay, resolution 2045, Doug again.
Okay, this is a recommendation also to exercise contract option for OSF for medical exams and drug and alcohol testing services. Period of July 1st to June 30th, 2021. Again, the prices are the same on this contract as they have been the last couple years. We don't have a fixed dollar amount because it all depends on how many drug and alcohol tests we have, how many physicals we have done, and that type of thing. But the cost for the different services have remained the same. So we'd ask for approval on this resolution as well.
We got a motion to
Jennifer Lee
approve.
moves approval. Yeah, Jennifer Lee moves approval.
McBride, second.
And Sharon McBride seconds. Bill, since there's no fixed amount on this, do we need to do a roll call?
I would go ahead and do the roll call
Okay.
vote on it, because you are, approving a fee schedule.
Okay. Thank you. Sharon, a roll call,
Okay,
please.
trustee Bell,
Approve.
trustee Wortham,
Approve.
trustee Lee,
Approve.
trustee Krupa, approve, and trustee McBride approves. Motion passes.
Motion carries. Thank you. Resolution 2046, Doug.
Okay. This is giving us authorization to apply for an Accelerating Innovative Mobility Challenge Grant. The estimated cost of the project is $40,000. The estimated cost to CityLink is zero. So basically it's an 80% grant through FTA, and it's Proterra is going to do the work for us. It's for doing some documentation and figuring out where we can get better service on our routes, how we can manage our fleet a little better with electric buses, and how to utilize them, when to charge them, what routes they'd work best on, and that type of thing. Proterra's work on the grant would be in-kind labor, and that's what we'd use for our local match. As I said before, the total cost would be $40,000, $8,000 local, but in the end, it cost us zero.
So this is, you're applying for a grant.
Right.
Okay.
We basically want to do a resolution so we've got some documentation that we talk to the board about this project and let them know what was going on.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
Move for approval, Krupa.
We have a second.
Jennifer.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. Financial report, Christine.
Yeah, this is a summarized April 2020 financial activity to looking for your approval. In this month for April, we actually have 1.02% less than our projection monthly financial. The main reason is I think it's due to COVID-19, we received less invoice than usual. So we probably have a more expensive bill need to pay in the coming next 2 or 3 months. Therefore, in this month, staff recommend board approve $2,221,482.42.
Do I have a motion?
Also move, McBride.
Is there a second?
Second, Jennifer Lee.
Thank you. This is roll call vote. Sharon,
I have a question though, McBride.
go ahead, please.
It's with People Link and it's temporary employment maintenance assistance, 4 different dates.
The question is, what was
Yeah,
the
what
name of
is
the
it?
link? Did you say People Link?
People link, yeah.
Oh,
It's on the last
Yeah.
page, I believe.
yeah, we've got a maintenance specialist who's,
Temporary.
yeah, she's transferring to be a utility person, but we can't fill her position with a permanent person until she has been in her position at least 90 days to decide if she wants it or not. So we're using People Link as our recruiting service.
Okay,
And then that person is filling in until this person decides, and then we'll advertise and fill that position.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Did we get the roll call vote?
No, we haven't done it yet.
Okay.
Roll call vote, trustee Bell,
Approved.
trustee Wortham. Approve. Trustee Lee. Approve. Trustee Krupa. Approve. Trustee McBride, approve. Motion passes.
Thank you. Motion carried. Okay, before I ask for adjournment, I just want to give everybody a reminder of future meetings. They're 5:30 p.m. here at our main office. The next meeting will be scheduled for Monday, June 8, 2020. And then following one will be July 13, 2020. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
McBride, you have it.
Is there a second?
Maxine Wolfton, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thanks, everybody. Stay well.
You too. Take care.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Goodbye.